Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Tuesday the 4th of June 2019 and we're discussing the recent decline in oil prices and why it may suggest a furthering of our global economic slowdown. Most of our recent YouTube videos have highlighted a number of factors pointing to a global economic slowdown. It comes as no surprise, therefore, to our listeners that global institutions such as the World Bank, the IMF, and the Bank for International Settlements have all downgraded growth forecasts for this year. A recent video of ours entitled India's growth is falling, what about gold and silver demand? A link to which we place in the description column below, if you haven't listened or seen it already, shows that even some of the fastest growing economies are in fact slowing down. Well, another indication of this slowdown can be seen in the recent decline of oil prices, which fell earlier today to their lowest level since January. Reasons given include signs that an economic slowdown is starting to affect energy demand, and Russia's top oil producer has said that it opposes extending joint cuts with OPEC until the end of the year. Brent crude futures were at $60.96, over 0.5% below the last session's close. Brent fell as low as $60.21 earlier, its weakest since January. And US West Texas Intermediate crude, or WTI crude futures, were at $53.13 per barrel, down 0.2%. This is against a recent backdrop of oil futures being around 20% below 2019 peaks, reached in late April, with May posting the sharpest monthly decline since November. And even coal and gas are also being hit hard by the economic downturn. Traders admit that they are selling off futures because of their concerns over the China-US trade tariff war. Since the start of the year, OPEC and Russia have, until now at least, withheld supply to keep prices buoyant. Otherwise, of course, they would be much lower. But that may come to an end when they next meet, which will be in either late June or early July. Reuters reported today that, quote, Saudi Energy Minister Khalid Al-Falih said on Monday a consensus was emerging among producers to continue working to sustain market stability in the second half of the year. But the head of Russian state producer Rosneft, Igor Sechin, said today Russia should pump at will, and he would seek compensation from the government if cuts were extended, unquote. Producers are indeed concerned that the economic slowdown will reduce fuel consumption, if it hasn't done so already. Rising US oil output has also dampened down prices, and the US is now the world's largest crude oil producer, with 12.3 million barrels per day coming out, compared with Russia's 11.11 million and Saudi Arabia's 9.65 million. This indeed bodes well for potential US oil exports onto the world markets, which in time will improve their balance of payments, or hopefully will at least. Falling oil prices are potentially yet another sign that global growth is slowing. And although we have seen a rise in gold and silver prices these past few days, primarily because of President Trump's threat to impose tariff charges on Mexico's exports to the US, gold standing at $13.22 and silver at 1475 is a slightly worsening position for silver compared with Friday's close, where we expect to see the gold to silver ratio now rise above 90 to 1 very soon. When we say it's a worsening position, we mean in relation to the gold to silver ratio. Marginal at the moment, but if the world trade is slowing, this will indeed affect the demand for silver for industrial purposes. So even with the ratio at recent highs, it still potentially has further to go. What are your thoughts? Are recent oil price declines an indication of oversupply, lower demand, an oncoming economic recession? Do share your thoughts. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. Please ensure that you have subscribed to our channel and press the bell sign so that you are notified of any future videos. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe either as a free or paying member for regular email updates and offers. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.